and welcome to Healing Waters Chick Chat. This is a new segment that we are doing on Healing Waters, and I just wanted to, first of all, let me just say I am so excited about our guest that we have on with us today. I have so much to tell you about her. I'm going to officially introduce you to her, and then I have a really cool story to tell you about my friend Genesis. So, Genesis Keisha Martin, she is the owner of Essential Therapy and Counseling. She's in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Essential Therapy and Counseling provides therapy to individuals, couples, and families. Couples retreats, a nonprofit program, and corporate training all fall under the umbrella of her company as well. Genesis is a licensed clinical mental health counselor in the state of North Carolina and holds a Master of Science degree in marriage, couples, and family counseling. Genesis has 9 years of experience working with couples, families, and individuals with various mental health challenges. Mental health diagnoses that she has experienced treating include depression, anxiety, PTSD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and co-occurring diagnosis. Genesis also has experience in training and corporate management and operations. In addition to her therapeutic orientation as a cognitive behavioral therapist, Genesis also uses non-traditional methods of therapy such as aromatherapy, deep breathing, mindfulness, and meditation. Most of her work is very active, and she provides tools to be used in between sessions. Genesis is a naturally empathetic and compassionate person and seeks to assist individuals in healing so that they may live their most fulfilling lives. Okay, Genesis, that's a lot. And I feel privileged to be able to say that you are all of that, but you're my friend.
I am your friend, and thank you for that.
That's my favorite part of all of that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Healing Waters Chick Chat for tonight or for today. I was thinking about our time together, and I thought about all the stories that I could tell of how we became friends.
I'm thinking about them now. I'm like, what's she gonna say?
I know. Are you ready? But what I wanted to share, just because it's probably the most recent beautiful memory that I have of us, is, you know, we would meet up and go to dinner. We never had enough time over a dinner to talk about all the stuff that we had to talk about. And I'll never forget the dinner, probably sometime before Christmas, that you said to me, Marie, a dinner is just not long enough. We need to go away.
Absolutely.
And we're kindred spirits in many, many ways for many, many reasons. But we have both rocked the single mom world and still do. And we decided that we were going to go glamping at the first of this year. Yes. And for any of you that do not know what glamping is, it's when you're just too prissy to go camping, you have to go glamping. Yes. So we found you found the place, and we went away for 3 glorious days together, And I don't know if we came up for air except sleep.
I don't think we did. And I still didn't have enough time, right? We said we needed another day or two.
Gotta go again. So this. I love this so much, but the story that I wanted to share with our audience and to just invite them in for a minute into our little glamper where we were just talking about life and we were just hashing through so much stuff. And I'll never forget, you were sitting like on the edge of the bed, and I was kind of sitting at the chair at the little table. And we were talking about rocking our now.
Yes.
And you were talking about how the past doesn't exist and the future doesn't exist. The only thing that we have is now.
Yes.
And I want you, because you say it, you shared it and explained it so much better than I just did. And I want to talk about that for a minute, because that moment really impacted me. And since we've come back from our glamping, like I can't get that out of my mind. And I would love for you and I just to rehab that conversation so that others can be impacted the way you impacted me when you shared that.
Listen, first of all, you did a great job breaking it down, okay? Because you said exactly it. I would love to to explain it a little bit further. If we look at it like this, right? You and I, we're doing life right now. You and me. This is what we have. The past does not exist. So even when we first started this segment, that's gone. We can no longer access that, right? The future, which doesn't exist, we can't access that either. So the only thing that we're living in is now, is the present moment. What happens is, from my experience, right, being a psychologist and a therapist, is that people kind of vacillate between thinking about the past, thinking about the future, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, and not spending enough time in the present moment. These terms, past and future, are simply there to explain tenses of time that don't exist, but we have to explain them because we spend so much time thinking about them. So let me just use an example. 10 minutes ago is gone. You will see that in your past experiencing your mind differently than I will. It's gone. The only place that it exists is in your mind. Does that make sense?
It does. It's very deep, but it does make sense.
It is. So how does that impact? May I go a little bit further?
Please, please,
Okay.
please.
Why does that matter, right? Why do we care about that? Because when we spend time in the past, ruminating, thinking too much about the past, either we're thinking about things that we wish we could have done better, that we wish we should have done, things that we wish didn't happen, so on and so forth. And if we get stuck there, that can cause us to start feeling negatively. We don't want to stay in that moment because we can't do anything about the past. That can lead to some negative feelings, right? Some feelings of depression, maybe some down feelings if you stay too far in the past. Let's look at the future. I have a lot of people who live in the future, creating scenarios that don't exist. They just don't exist. So we're thinking about, oh, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? And this might happen and that might happen. Those don't exist. And I say to like clients of mine, for example, I've coined this term, Marie, you'll like it. these are creative negative representations in their mind. I literally say that. And I say, you know what, you'd be better writing a screenplay. These are nightmares that you're coming up with, right? And it leads to anxiety. What if this doesn't happen? What if this does happen? And people live like that, and it creates this angst, right? So as I'm talking to my clients, I want them to be aware that we don't want to forget about the past and the future. That's not what I'm implying. But let's be aware they don't exist. What exists is now. This is where we're living. This is where we make the impact, right? This is where we're starting to develop what will then be our future. Because when the future gets here, it'll be now.
So you really don't know how much I love that. So
I feel like I sound like some deep, like, woo, I don't, it's not, that's not me at all. I feel like that sounded like that, Marie.
no. It's what I think I love so much about everything that you're saying is it's always been like this, but I think in today's world that we live in, it's even uber extended of how people are so concerned about everything and what if and what. I mean, it's just people are losing their minds in the what ifs.
Absolutely.
And I love what you said about right now. We are creating our future.
Yes. May I use my term that I love so
please
much?
use your term, girl.
Okay. So the future is now at a later time. Please explain to them why I have a t-shirt on, Marie. And I have not fluffed up for the people.
So I asked Genesis to wear her t-shirt because she brought her t-shirt camping with us. And I asked her if I could order one and be like her because I loved this t-shirt so much. So now, Keisha, you're going to have to show your t-shirt because I can only see you like from the neck up.
How do I do it? It says rock your now. Can you see it? It says rock your now.
There, stand up just a little bit more.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you see it?
Rock your now.
Rock your now.
Love that t-shirt. Yes. And I want it, and I am duplicating you because that speaks to my soul. Yes. It speaks to my soul.
Your now.
Right now. Because that's all we have. All we have is right now. We can't change the past. We can only change the future with what we do right now.
Now. That's it. And some people have a hard time like really grasping that. But this is all we have, is what we're doing right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to have to go to a commercial break real quick. But I want to dig into that brilliant brain of yours about another conversation that we had glamping about people's lenses and the way that they view things.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, I think you have gotten a glimpse of how much I love this woman.
I love you more.
She is my woman crush. But I am telling you that as I sat glamping with her, what the thought that went through my mind was everybody needs a Genesis in their life. Everybody does. And I had to come up with a way where I could share my beautiful friend with all of you because she's too amazing to be hidden.
Oh, you are making me blush over here.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break. And we will be right back to talk about another segment of this that just blew my mind. And I cannot wait to share this with you. So we will see you after the commercial break.
Calling all HBCU alumni, supporters, and golfers. It's that time of year again. Yes, the HBCU Swing Into Their Dreams charity golf tournament on Tuesday, April 5th. If you missed the last one, you have time once again to be epic. Don't miss the golf tournament of the year. The Swing Into Their Dreams HBCU charity golf tournament at the Atlanta National Golf Club in Milton, Georgia, Tuesday, April the 5th. Registration begins now. Sign up your golf teams at swingintotheirdreams.com. That's swingintotheirdreams.com or call 770-686-7148. That's 770-686-7148. Don't miss it.
Welcome back, where we have my beautiful friend Genesis Keisha Martin with us today. And if you did not catch the first segment of this broadcast, please go back and watch it, because oh my gosh, you are going to know and see why I love this woman so much. I love a friend that challenges me, that makes me grow, that makes me dig deep, that I can have fun with, that I can laugh, but will call me out if they see me just veering way off track. So, and that is what Genesis does for me in my life. So I am so excited to be able to share my beautiful friend with you all, because she has a beautiful mind. And Genesis, I just saw you post today, I think it was today, that you started your master's degree as a single mother with 3 kids, and your youngest was 6 months old. Did I read that right?
Well, yes, the marriage was on its way out. It was on its way out. So yeah, yes, I was 36, 37. The youngest kid was 6 months old, and I had 2 more above that. And I pivoted and changed my career at that time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That speaks volumes for you. And it's no wonder that you are, excuse the term, but the badass woman that you are, because that is just who you are.
I'm not nearly as bad as you, Maria. I'd like to turn this thing around and interview you, but I'll take that. Thank you very much.
So we were talking before the commercial break. We were talking about that you and I had gone glamping for 3 days, and just the insanely amazing conversation that we had.
Yes.
And one of the things that you had shared with me, that, girl, it rocked my world. And since we've come home, I just can't stop thinking about it. Like, there's been so many things that's even happened to me since I've come home, and your words just penetrated my soul. And I have thought about them so many times. But would you share what you shared with me about people's lenses? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but there's so much to share about that. So I just want to make sure that I have you right about the fact that we are all responsible for how we think, feel, and behave, or is it about how we come to think the way we do? Like, give me a little bit more direction, because I can go in.
Yeah. So the part that rocked me was, it doesn't matter what we do. Yes. It doesn't matter what we say.
Yes.
It's all in the lenses that people see us through. is how they're going to perceive it. So that, and then you can spin off in whatever direction you need to spin off of from there. But that was just amazing to me.
I've got you. So if I'm having a conversation with you, Marie, right? The things that you're saying to me, I am filtering through my lenses that I'm wearing, right? The lenses that I look through. And so whatever you say, right, is going through my own thought process, mine, okay? Whatever I say to you, we're in the same conversation, you're filtering it through your lenses, your own thought process. So what does that mean? What that means is that, let's call something an activating event, okay? You and I are driving down the street. I need to do this as an example because it can be a difficult concept for some people. You and I are, riding down the street and we get into a car accident, okay? You get out and you're calm and collected. I get out and I'm carrying on and I'm yelling and screaming and hollering. Same car accident. The way that you look at that situation has you looking at it like, oh, this isn't a big deal. We're just going to run it through the insurance company and so on. It's not a big deal. So your behavior is calm and cool because of your lenses about that situation. I've got my insurance and that's the way you're thinking about it. I jump out and I've maybe had 4 car accidents already. So my lenses, the way I'm looking at the situation is through that. I've had 4 car accidents already. My insurance, they're going to drop me, so on and so forth. And so it is the same accident, but you and I are looking at that accident differently, okay? This goes across the board with everything. So if I say something to you and your feelings are hurt, okay? Notice how I said your feelings are hurt. I didn't say I hurt your feelings. I say something to you and your feelings are hurt. Your feelings are hurt because of the way you are looking at what I said through your lenses, okay? Somebody else, I could say the same thing, and through their lenses, their feelings aren't hurt, okay? I said something to you, your feelings were hurt. I said the same thing to someone else, their feelings were not hurt, okay? Different lenses. Why does that matter? Because what I say has nothing to do with how you take it. I'm not responsible for how you react to what I say. Subsequently, you're not responsible for how I think, feel, and believe. Let's bring it into relationships in real life, right? As a marriage counselor, this comes up all the time, where I will tell the couple, hey, listen, you're responsible for your own thoughts, feelings, and behavior. You can't say that somebody made you do this. You made me feel this way. You made me think this way. You made me act this way. They did not. Your lenses and how you looked at whatever happened is what made you think, feel, and act a certain way. Okay? Same thing. I can't say that someone made me do a thing. No one can say that I made them do a thing. It is all about the way we show up. I like to say this, we show up to the party with our lenses on, and this is how we filter every single situation in our lives. Did that kind of clear it up? So yeah, ask me some more questions to get right down. Yeah.
Excuse me. So no, that's exactly, that impacted me so much when you said that to me, and I just haven't been able to stop thinking about it.
It's freedom. It's freedom.
Yes. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really like your necklace. I'm upset about this thing with the t-shirt. I'm going to be honest with you. I could have been cute and I could have held the t-shirt up. Okay.
Okay. So guess what? That means that we get to have Chick chat again.
Yes, and that's what it means. And let me come looking right.
You can.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Do whatever you want. Okay. So So would you agree that this is a big reason why it is so important to do the work on ourselves?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But to understand this, it's a concept, I guess. But if we look at it and we break it down behaviorally, scientifically, is what I say, is that our thoughts are what creates our feelings. This is my favorite thing. You like the other two, this one right here changed my life. And I say it this way, which is the same thing. Feelings are created by thoughts. Feelings are created by thoughts. They do not exist in and of themselves. Here we go with this existing again, right? Feelings do not exist in and of themselves. They are born, if you will, by thoughts. Okay. So when you say do the work, it's doing the work on the way we see things, because the way we see things is going to create how we feel about them. The way we see things is going to drive how we behave.
Right. And, I think the reason that I love so much what you were talking about with the lenses, and you being a therapist, you'll probably agree with this, but I am a recovering people pleaser. So I have always taken it very personal, the way that people responded to me. And I felt like if they responded negatively, then there was something I was doing wrong. Like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? Oh my gosh, how do I fix this? And I drove myself crazy trying to make everybody else happy.
I'm going to do, go ahead.
When you shared that with me, the release that gave me of, Marie, that has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the lenses they're seeing everything through.
Yes, my love. Let me give you an example. I did this with a client on, I don't know, last week. Okay. She's a people pleaser. So can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. This is her, I said, and this is who she's trying to please. Okay. So I told her, I said, hey, what you're doing is you are trying to jump in this person's perspective and look at yourself through their lens. You're here looking at you.
Right.
You're here and here. You can't be in these two places at the same time. You're not even qualified to look through somebody else's lenses, because their lenses are developed throughout their lifetime, starting from the cradle. We can do that in another session. It's too much for today, probably. But how we come to that, right? Because I'm coming back so I can look pretty. So the thing is, right? Did you see that? Doesn't this look ridiculous? She started laughing because these are her lenses. She's trying to jump into the other person's lenses to look at herself. What is all that? So the thing is, right? You have no control whatsoever of how somebody sees what you do. None. Because it's coming through their lens.
Girl, that's worth the price of admission right there.
Listen, because the invoice is in the mail. Yeah.
Speaking about the price of admission, go to WYTV7 and hit the donate button, either through Facebook or through YouTube, and donate, because we are all about bringing value to your life and bringing hope, bringing solutions, and helping you to know that you're not alone. I mean, we all have our things. Okay, so Genesis, I know we don't have a lot of time left, but I want to ask you a couple of questions in closing. Okay. And I know I didn't prepare you for these, so these are very off the cuff. Okay. But in this past year, what do you deem as your biggest accomplishment?
In this past, so we're going from, oh, wow. Honestly, my biggest accomplishment was healing from something that was holding me back from one of the things that was holding me back from starting my company. because I wasn't in the right mental space or the right energy space. And when I did the healing, I was able to launch my company.
That's amazing. And what is your greatest, our theme at WYTV7 this year is I'm trying. So what are you trying to do? Like what is your greatest challenge currently and how are you overcoming it? And I know our time is really short.
Okay. My greatest challenge right now is trying to accomplish so many things at once and trying to prioritize, because they're all a priority. They really are. So trying to prioritize what needs to be done first or most.
That's, yes, that can be very, very challenging. How can people find you and connect with you?
Sure. You know what? You can call on my business phone and leave a text. I'm a texter. They can connect with me at 704-258-1611 or on Instagram at October Skye, October SKYE 1 on Instagram.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Subscribe. Hit the little subscribe button down below so that you will be notified every time that Healing Waters comes on. We come on every Monday at noon to share hope with you. You can connect with me on Facebook at Marie Kennedy Groves, Instagram at World Changer Forever. Or you can email me at mariegroves@healingwaters.info. And until next time, remember, you were born to thrive, not just survive. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Genesis.
Thank you, Marie.